responsibility that embodies the club mission. It is your job as a Toastmaster or as a club leader to ensure that all members feel supported and that you have the resources to sustain and grow your membership in order to provide a quality club experience for all. And this should be your primary goal. Service to your members, making them feel comfortable, making them feel at home in the Toastmasters Club. Have you written your reason for joining Toastmasters and why you want to open a Toastmasters Club?
No, I'm just going to...
The topics we're going... Yes. Come in, Harry.
Yes, I was saying I would also answer. Once I see some of them, I can also read some out, but you can proceed, please.
Oh, yes. I've written. Okay. So we have 3 topics for the session: market research, types of clubs, identifying the target market. These are the 3 topics that we will be covering in each session. So how do you get to know the market? To be able to know your market, you have to visit other clubs. You have to get advice from those who have already started clubs. It is very important to conduct a research with existing clubs before you start your own club. Every Toastmasters club is different. Each club has its own personality, and so it is very interesting to visit different clubs. I have visited clubs all over the world. Whether I'm traveling for business or on holidays, I always visit a club because every club you visit, there is something new you learn. You speak with experienced Toastmasters, and they share their experience with you and learn. Talking to a Toastmaster in your area who has gone through the process is a great way for you to learn how to start your club. That person can encourage you and advise you on how exciting it is to start a Toastmasters club. So which club in your area would you like to visit? Do you know clubs in your area? Do you know clubs in your towns? Now write down in your portal, answer the questions, jot down what clubs you would like to visit if you have identified them. So as you're writing,
yes,
we'll move along. So what types of clubs can you form?
Oh, we have Dunsonet. We have someone who says they'd like to visit Nyali in Mombasa.
Oh, wow.
I think
that's very good. Are you living in the Mombasa area?
No, I don't think this. I don't think Gladys lives in Mombasa, no.
Oh, well, you can't visit a club which is not in your area. It's more interesting because you're going to learn how they operate, how they got along. So it's very good for you to visit a club which is not in your area. You might be traveling on a professional trip or to visit family, and you visit clubs in that location.
Yes, and in fact,
yes, Harry.
Yes, we had a program in the last couple of years where we were trying to start a Toastmasters club in every town. So you'd have most of the major towns in at least in Kenya and even in East Africa have a Toastmasters club.
Wow. I think that's a very wonderful goal to set. And each one of you can help the district achieve that goal to have a Toastmaster club in every town in Kenya. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Oh, yes.
There are
Certainly.
several types of clubs. Yes, we can open different types of clubs. For now, we've identified 7 types of clubs. You have the community club, the company or corporate club, government club, a correctional club, clubs in colleges and universities, in churches, and online clubs. Do you know of any of these types of clubs in your district or in your area? A community club is where everyone could become a member, just in a community, as the word says. It englobes people from different walks of life who live together in a section. A company or corporate club is normally a club which belongs to a specific company, like the electricity company, the telecom company, etc. Of course, government club, the name explains it. It could be in a ministry of government. It could be members of cabinet. In some countries, you have members of cabinet who have a Toastmasters club. Or it could be in any trust fund in the government. Correctional clubs, we may not have any right now in East Africa, but people who are in prison, they need to improve their leadership and communication skills so that once they leave the correctional location, they could be better citizens. In colleges, you have clubs, either of faculty, that is the professors, or the students. In churches, there are clubs in churches. They come together and learn how to communicate, how to lead their members in the church. And the last are online clubs. This is a new feature of Toastmasters. You could go online and you could check out the online clubs that we have. There are quite a few online clubs that have been born in the last couple of years.
Yes, we
so
have
can
a
you give
comment.
examples of clubs?
We have a comment, Dansanet, from Wanasha,
Yes.
who says she has not heard or seen an online club.
Oh, haven't you? Well, just go online, Google it, Toastmasters online clubs, and many will come on. There are quite a few online.
And we can also start in our district, isn't it? Or is it restricted?
Yes, there's one in West Africa has started an online club. This is for those who are traveling. You can enter anytime. As you're traveling, you could be a member, you could be doing speeches, or you can have an online club in this territorial council.
Oh, fantastic. And does it count towards our number of clubs? So everything, I mean, in terms of...
Yes, it does.
Oh, fantastic.
There are some districts that have online clubs that are good with them. But it depends if you want to make it general, open to the whole world, or if you want to make like Kenya Online Club of Kenya. I know they did it for many countries in a whole region. So, but go check, for you who are participating, go online and check out online clubs. You could belong to those clubs, even though you are in Kenya. You could belong to an online club. Because that's the thing, it doesn't have a location. Yes. Because it's just international.
Oh, fantastic. I think certainly something we can try.
Yes. Now we're going to go into a breakout session, and I think I'll give the floor to Harry to explain to you how this is organized. Harry, over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Danstanet, and for taking us through that first part of the training. The breakout session is a session that will allow each of us to have a voice by discussing with our fellow colleagues and our fellow members. And in this breakout session, what will happen is that you shall see a button popping up on your screen asking you to join an assigned breakout room. Please make sure that once you join the breakout room, you unmute your audio so that you are able to contribute to the discussions which will be taking place, and also to observe time so that we are able to leave the breakout session and continue with our training in good time. Back to you, Dunstanet. Hello, Dunstanet. Okay, I think we should.
Yes, I think I was muted. I was muted when you were talking.
Okay. All right.
So as you see on your screen, there are different club names. Yes. There are different club names. And you have to be very creative thinking of a club name. If you look through, you have sales and marketing. You have follow the leader. You have night out. You have money talks, peace masters. Just look through all those club names. Discuss these names in turns in your breakout room. Try to find out what type of club is it. Is it a community club? Is it a company club? Is it a government club? We have given you the different types of clubs. What kind of people attend those meetings in the clubs? And what will the meeting be like? Do you think we can have such a club in our district? Can we have such a club here in District 114 in the Territorial Council? This is very interesting. And you have 15 minutes to do this. Let me give you an example of the first name, which is sales and marketing. This cannot be a community club. Who takes care of sales and marketing? It's a company club. It is based in a large organization, sales and marketing division, and attracts the employees of that division. It could be, for instance, a telecom company. They are trying to sell their product. And most of these meetings have long table topic sessions focusing on sales pitches, and several speeches are given are persuasive in nature because it concerns sales and marketing. It could exist in banks, insurance companies in our district. So now, there you go. We'll be listening to your sessions. So let's hear you discuss the names in your breakout groups.
All right, thank you, Dunstanet. And now the breakout rooms are open. So once you see the button on your screen appearing, simply click join so that you're able to enter the room. Okay, I'm still here. In case you have any challenge joining, just let me know and I'd be happy to guide you. Right, I can see almost everybody has managed to join. If you need assistance, just let me know. Okay, Karagania, okay. Yes, I can see you have 2 logins. Maybe that's what could be affecting. Hi, Monasha. You're still muted.
Hi, Harry.
You're asking
Hi, sorry.
yourself.
Yes, yes. I was talking to myself, so I was wondering.
Okay, let me switch it to another room. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me? Great. Thank you. Morning, Dunstanet and Ialindra. I hope I got that correct. Can you kindly repeat the question, Dunstanet? Yes. Yes. Uh-huh. I see. I see.
What kind of name, what kind of club would it be? Would it be a community club, a corporate club? Would it be based in the public sector? How would you come out with a name? There were some names there. I don't know if you got an opportunity to look at them. And maybe you want to discuss some of those names?
Yes, sure. I personally, here in Rwanda, there's a club, there's a university that approached us.
Right.
They want to form a club. It's a university called Vatel.
Right.
So I'm thinking, is it a good idea to go, let's say if it's Vatel University, then we call it Vatel Toastmasters, or like what's the best way? Is it better to come with a unique name or a name that's connected to the university?
Okay, fantastic. I invite contributions from everyone. What I say is sometimes it makes a lot of sense to use this name as a good identity already. And sometimes you might want to make it unique. What are the hotels, for instance, do they consider themselves, do they have a nickname? Do they consider themselves like lions? Do they consider themselves, really, innovators or entrepreneurs? And, it's just being creative more than anything and trying to attractive and appealing for their students maybe, or for the people, for their faculty to want to join. But often in the university, having that name would work. I mean, that's my view, but let everyone comment.
Yeah, I feel like if the university has a nickname, it may really go far in attracting the students. Maybe if they have a sports team that they go by or something, so that the students can participate and maybe join in larger numbers and benefit.
It could, I think it could even be a club in an area that is war torn or recovering from violence, or even just a rough neighborhood. And the club decided, look, we're peace masters. We come in here and you're safe in this space to continue whatever it is that you want to do. Hello? In the tech field, in the tech industry. You could, yes, that's true. That's true. Well, that's yeah. Let's say no. No, I cannot. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Gladys.
It appears as though
Hey,
everybody
Karagania.
has. How are you doing, Harry?
Everyone has left you.
Yep.
Let me see if we can fix that. Oh, Gladys is here.
Oh, Gladys is back. Okay.
Let me, okay, so we can continue with Gladys then.
Hi, Gladys, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What is your club and where do you belong to?
My club is called Rafiki Toastmasters.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Rafiki Toastmasters.
Oh, you're from Rafiki. Fantastic.
Yes.
What kind of people meet there?
Well, as friendly people, I think we decided to, no, generally speaking, we decided to go with the name Rafiki. When we formed the club, we had a club sponsor and mentor, I suppose, who he's a public speaker and emotional intelligence trainer. So he used his brand to help grow the club. Once we chartered, we changed our name officially to Rafiki because we felt that was a reflection of our environment, of our atmosphere, of the sort of feel you get. It's a very friendly club. We try to be as friendly as possible in the club.
Okay. I think we've been joined by Blaze. Hi, Blaze.
Hello, how you doing?
Fine.
Good. Tell us how you feel about club names.
Yeah, just actually this is my first time to join East Africa Tutorial Council 114.
Wow.
Welcome.
Yeah, I've been in German for 2 years, but before I was a member of Toastmasters International Ijambo at National University of Rwanda. So this is like the beginning because it's like the first month in Rwanda.
Ah, okay.
Welcome on board. I think we have a few minutes to wrap up. We were basically trying to find out how to make club names reflect the kind of people who are there, and also encouraging us to discuss how to build new clubs. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the sessions. Do you have any comments? You can put them on the chat so that they can be shared with other breakouts.
Okay. Blaze,
Yes, please.
Mwaramte?
Mwaramutse neza.
Okay, no, I just wanted to greet, that's all.
Thank
You've been really waiting to say that, Karaganya.
Sorry?
I'm sure you've really been wanting to say that.
Oh, I've been dying. Like, when is Gladys finishing so that I can just pop that in before we go back to the main meeting room?
All right. I've shared here some of the names which are there. I think once we went into the breakout rooms, we lost this slide. But
Yes.
essentially, we were to look at these names and to consider what kind of clubs they are so that we can also think about the kind of clubs we would want to form. I don't know if there's any club here which jumps out and you'd want to comment about before we go back to the meeting room. Any which looks interesting?
I think we with Dunstan Net, we had talked or just discussed with a few of us, Deliver Under Pressure, Night Owl,
Okay.
Top of the Morning, Peace Masters, and Technology Toasters. But looking at this in detail, and we talked about Dallas Singles as well. I don't know, Blaze, if you would qualify for that one. I apparently would not qualify for Dallas Singles. But I'm looking at it again now. And Luncheon Linguists. I really like that alliteration.
Yeah.
It feels like a club, not only that meets at lunch, which is clear, but then they are eloquent. I like that. Luncheon Linguists. It's erudite in its nature.
It's the alliterative effect. The L.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I think we are now about to get back, so we can take all that learning back to the main session.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Okay, we're all coming back now.
Yes.
I think everyone is back, if I'm not wrong.
Well, are you all back? Time is up.
Yes, we are.
Okay. So now that you have seen or you have discussed the various types of clubs, you have seen the names of suggested names of clubs, you have also discussed or tried to imagine what type of club that club is just by listening or reading their names. Now, can you write down a few examples of what you think your club name would be, the club you intend to promote or to sponsor? So you could write the names, the suggested names, in the Uzuzi portal. You write the name of the club, what type of club is it, what kind of people will attend, and what will the meetings be like. Think about it for 5 minutes and write them down in the portal.
Thank you, Dansanet. What you've given me, I would just like to share, as people are writing,
Yes.
is an idea for an online club. The name for website in Swahili is Mtandao. So I'm thinking maybe a club called Mtandao Toastmasters, which will reflect the online nature as well as the fact that it's based in East Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And I think an online club would be quite exciting for me to be part of.
Yes. I think that's a very good idea. It's quite interesting, and what you said, you see, if anybody who speaks Swahili listens or reads that name, they would understand that it's an online club. And this could help them to become members or incite them to become members.
Yes.
Does anyone else have
we have
a name to share?
Gladys talking about Rift Valley Toastmasters.
Yes.
Ooh, although it's
that sort of, but though, you know, the Rift Valley is known worldwide. And if somebody Rift Valley Toastmasters Club, the location is clear. They know where it is. And those who are in Nairobi and they get about it also, they will know it's in the Rift Valley. And just as looking at that name or reading that name identifies the type of club it is. So have you finished writing in your portal? If you have, then we can move along on how to identify your target market. Because if you're going to open a club, you need to identify a target market. How do you identify your target market? Any suggestions?
Oh, before we get there, Dansanet, I can see so many comments on names. Maybe I can just read some of them. We have Riara Toastmasters, which is, I think, a university club, Riara University, a college club for students. We have Shining Vatel, which is also a college club. There's Sianto, who is saying Kitengela Toastmasters. Kitengela is an area south of Nairobi. And
good.
Yeah, and Rosie seems to like all the names. She's saying RU Speakers is good, Kitengela is cool, Shining Vatel is very unique. So already a lot of names coming up.
That's very good.
Yeah.
I think at the end, all what you write in your portal would be shared among the group. So do you think we can move on? Are you ready to move on? Okay.
Yes.
Now, let us share how we identify a target market. What road do we take to identify a target market? I have a few suggestions.
Sorry, did you ask me to make a suggestion?
Well, I'm asking participants,
okay.
Not only Harry.
All right.
What is a target market? It's a particular group of people at which a new club is aimed at. And that marketing of the new club should be focused on that group. You know where you want to go to, that target market you want to reach. So how do you identify the target market?
I think people are still caught up with their names. Can see more names still
Yeah.
coming up. Very excited about it.
So for me, I think the target market is much related to the location, because if the club is set in a location where there are university, then university students are likely to attend. But if it's a residential area, then those people will attend. So to me, it has everything to do with the location.
Okay, so that's very good. Any other suggestion? Harry, do you have any suggestions?
I can see someone has written professional associations.
Professional.
Also location.
Can I add something?
Well, we'll move along. As the first person said, you have to look at the location. The geographic location is important. How many clubs are currently in that area or in that division? Do companies exist in that area? Is there a university in that area? Is there a church in that area? Is there a prison in that area, since you're looking for location? And then you have to identify the population. Is it a very small community? Is there at least 10,000 people? And if it's a corporation, does that company have at least 150 employees? You don't want to go and open a Toastmasters club in a company with only 40 employees or 25 or 50. At least for the corporation, there has to be 150 employees. Meeting time is very important also when you're trying to focus on a target. When are meetings usually held by existing clubs in the area? Maybe there are no morning meetings. There are no night outs. Just now when we were discussing, most of you spoke about having night outs. Those who only go out at night, who have more time at night to go to meetings, or those who want to have breakfast clubs or lunch clubs. What about the weekend clubs? Maybe there are no clubs in that area that meet during the weekend. And there are people who are interested in becoming Toastmasters, but who are only free during the weekend. So we have to look at those three factors: location, population, and meeting time. So,
I have a question.
Yes,
Or a class. Yes, I'm just inquiring. Is it possible to form a club that is targeted, for example, to coaching or self-development? And if that is the case, does it mean that will be that's what the speakers will be talking about? It will be very specific, rather than just having a club that anybody can just speak about whatever topic, whatever issue. So I was just thinking on a targeted also club in terms of, if it's coaching, then the people who come to speak will be speaking about ways of self-development, motivation, inspiration, messages.
yes. Yes, it could be. That's why we're talking about the names of the club. If it's a coaching club, those who come want to learn about coaching. And we'll have all those parts in the Toastmasters Pathway program. So that club will start building on coaching. But coaching is not only what the club will do. There will be activities that lead to helping you become better coaches. There are some clubs which are called like basketball clubs, etc. But even though that's the main focus, there are other activities that lead to making you better leaders in that domain. Or like in golf, you want to be playing golf, but there are other qualities, there are other communication and leadership competencies that you need to have.
Okay, that's clear.
Oh, great question. Thank you.
Thank you. So as we move along, where do you go to find leads? Where do you source for leads? Leads are actual contacts that exist in your target market. There are many ways you could source leads. You could ask district officers, existing Toastmasters members, neighbors, co-workers, business publications, neighborhood newsletters. I became a Toastmaster through a neighborhood newsletter. I read about this and I found it was just up the road from my house. There was a phone number, I called the phone number and I attended the meeting. And that's how I became a Toastmaster. So these leads are very important. When you have decided on your target audience, then you turn to the source of leads. You could go on the directory in your location, look through the direct, whether it's paper directory or you go online and find out the different offices, businesses, communities that you have in that location. Talk to your neighbors, talk to your co-workers, and find out what they know and how they can help you to have leads. So before we go along, we'll invite Harry to conduct this next session. We're going to have a quiz to help you to think. So
Yes.
it's a brainstorming time. So Harry, over to you.
Thank you so much, Danstonet, and thank you for a wonderful session so far. Of course, we'd like to test our listening skills, and we'll do this via a quiz. Before we begin, I am happy to announce that Gladys has confirmed that the person who is able to answer the questions correctly shall get to, I've gotten a sneak peek, shall get to win a $25 gift certificate voucher for the upcoming Toastmasters conference. So please listen carefully and answer your questions correctly. Of course, we will only have one winner, so if we have several correct answers, it will go into a raffle and one person will emerge as the winner. The answers, this is very important, are put in the portal. So make sure you have your portal in front of you and answer true or false for the questions as they follow. So the first question, getting your advanced leader credit is the primary goal when starting a new club. Getting your advanced leader credit is the primary goal when starting a new club. You have 10 seconds to complete. Next question. It is possible to form a Toastmasters club in a prison. Remember, answer the questions in the Ujuzi portal. That's how we'll be able to keep track of who has answered correctly. It is possible to form a Toastmasters club in a prison. Next question. A company with 100 people is the minimum required to start a club. A company with 100 people is the minimum required to start a club. Right? Question number 4. You need permission from a district officer before you start a club. You need permission from a district officer before you start a club. the last question. Question number 5. The newspaper is a good place to get Toastmasters leads. The newspaper is a good place to get Toastmasters leads. All right, fantastic. I can see so many people answering on the chat. I think it's nice that we are answering, but remember, to win the prize, you need to answer on the portal. Back to you, Danstanet.
Thank you. Thank you, Harry. So we'll move along. And we'll announce the winners later.
Yes.
Now your assignment after this session is for you to visit a club or speak with someone who has started a club. Get a contact list of 10 leads. And in those leads, you have to state the type of club, who is the contact person, what is the proposed location, time of the meeting, and the name. Visiting a club is similar to the one you want to start. Talk to the members who are there already. If there is no opportunity to visit a club, try and do it at the next opportunity. But before the next session, we would like you to have done what you're seeing on the screen. Discuss with someone who has started a club. Let them share their experience with you. Talk to your area director. I hope you know who your area director is, or the president of a club, your club, or another club. For instance, if you're unsure. Drop a list of 10 leads for new clubs. And make sure when you're doing this list that you include details of what you have learned so far during this session. What type of club it is, who is the contact person, the location. Location. Remember, we've discussed that. Time of the meeting, morning, lunchtime, evening, weekends. You have all those ideas and the proposed name. This is very important. You can propose 1 or 2 names if you have researched what you've learned today, and if you have thought out, according to your list, the type of name you would like to give to the club, so according to the location or the purpose of that club and the type of club you want it to be. Those relevant details should be prepared before the next session. We're coming to the end of this session. As you know, in Toastmasters, we always have to have feedback in everything we do. What did you like about this session? What worked? What did not work? What can be improved? Please feel free to go back to the portal, to the Ujuzi portal where you have written so far, and please give your feedback. This is very important to make your next session better. So I give the floor to Harry. He has some good news for us after the quiz, and also to remind us of the next session. Harry, you have the floor.
All right, thank you so much, Danstanet, and please allow me to give you a hand clap for running such a fantastic session. I am certain all of us have benefited greatly from your experience, and I hope we can continue drawing from that experience even after you travel back home, because I believe we can gain a lot. For those who might not be aware, Danstanet served as, at that time as it was known, Lieutenant Governor of Marketing, which is equivalent to Club Growth Director, when their district was still a territorial council. And from her efforts in club starting, she helped propel that territorial council to district status. So we can definitely gain a lot from her experience. And once more, my heartfelt appreciation, Dunstanet, for running this session. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I have enjoyed sharing these ideas with all of you. And I think you are an amazing district. I have no doubt that you're going to be fully fledged district very soon.
Wow. So there you have it. It's both a prophecy and a challenge. Let's make sure we do not disappoint. Would anyone like to make any comments? Please feel free to unmute right now and make a comment. We have 2 minutes.
Every single participant and particularly Dunstanet for running this. Harry, thank you so much for organizing it. And I'm very, very excited to see so much interest, so many individuals interested in setting up clubs. And I'm looking forward to seeing all those names become reality and become on our list. Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Thank you, Rosie. Yes, anyone else? Please feel free to make a comment.
Yes, thank you, Dunstanet. Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Gladys, and all the participants. It was a very engaging session. And Blaze as well. Did that go through? Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dunstanet. Thank you, Harry and Gladys and the rest of the Territorial Council of Africa. Africa Territorial Council.
Which way is it supposed to be said? Thank you. I think I've learned a lot. I'm even more motivated to go and begin and start a club in wherever, Riara, but even more. So thank you so much for that, and looking forward to next week.
All right, fantastic. Thank you, Karagania, and we look forward to supporting you.
Thank you very much, the organizers and all participants. This training has come at the right time. We're actually going to have a demo meeting on November 10th. And the content I learned from this training is going to help a lot. Thank you all.
All right, fantastic, Blaze. And we look forward to supporting you as you go along.
Yeah, thank you.
It's amazing how 1 hour can fly by so quickly.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Is that also Blaze?
Yes,
looks like
Blaze.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much, Harry, thank you very much for organizing this. Actually, for me, it's really amazing to be part of this training, and hopefully just want to organize and making new club here, because actually here in Kigali there are some, but according to this what we have to look to just to make new club, I see more interesting areas to just to create a new club here around. So just to be amazing. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you again, Blaze, for that comment. And once more,
we have two Blaze.
Yes, there's Blaze and there's Juicy Blaze. So
yes.
You should start a club called Blaze Toastmasters.
For sure.
Okay. So I would like to appreciate everybody who attended, especially because it was on a Saturday morning, which can be a tricky day. But our next session will be on Wednesday evening. You can still attend that session, and you can invite anyone else to attend. It will be an excellent session, which is titled How to Sell a Toastmasters Club. So today we were mainly doing the prospecting, but on Wednesday we'll learn how to actually go out and sell to both communities and corporates. So I'm inviting you to attend, and you can always look at the Ujuzi portal to see all the sessions which are coming up. Before I go, there's one last matter which must be handled, and that's to announce the winner of our quiz today. We had a number of people who responded, and at least 3 people gave the correct responses for each of the answers. After a very fair, random selection, I would like to announce that the winner of the $25 gift certificate voucher is, drum rolls, Doozy Blaze. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you'll collect your gift certificate in the coming days from myself.
Great. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and have a great Saturday afternoon. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.